Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sigma Shopping Net, your in-home shopping experience for all things Sigma Beauty. As you can see, we have a very special episode today because I have a fun guest hanging out with us today, Miss Danny.
Hello everybody.
Do you want to tell everyone who you are?
Yes, I'm Sigma's global makeup artist, and I'm so excited to do your makeup today. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, of course. I'm excited to be pampered. It's going to be great. But we're super excited to have her here because we're going to kind of go through a full face tutorial today showing you guys some tips and tricks on Sigma color and how well brushes perform when you're using the right product. Yeah. So before we get started, just a heads up, you will receive an exclusive 30% off discount just for watching the show. Go ahead and add those items to your cart and you'll have your discount automatically applied. And as always, if you guys have any questions or comments or tips or tricks or anything you guys want to talk about today, go ahead and drop them in the chat and we would be happy to cover them. So without further ado, I think it's time to make up.
All right, let's get started.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're going to do a full face today. So Kayla's complexion and her eyes and her lips, we're going to do everything. So before I get started, I'm going to apply our lip conditioning mask.
Obsessed. You guys,
Yes.
This just launched last month. It's the very first time Sigma's introducing lip care into our product collection. And you guys, you can't live without the conditioning lip mask. Danny actually taught me something new on Monday, the fact that she actually would apply it during, right before application on full faces.
Yes.
Which is really cool.
Yep.
I usually, and typically the main use for it is to utilize it at night because it really is made to hydrate and create healthy, supple lips.
Yes. Think of it as like a night repair mask. You know, it's going to, it has that nice grip to it, so it's going to stick on your lips throughout the night. It's not going to transfer on like your pillow or sheet.
Sure.
You're
Very,
gonna wake
very
up-
comfortable.
Yes, very comfortable, and you're going to wake up with really nice hydrated lips. But I
Love
just
that.
like this mask, even just for prepping the lips before you put on like a lipstick or a liquid lipstick, just to have this sit throughout that time of makeup application, because then her lips will be nice and hydrated.
Our headquarters is actually located in Minnesota, and of course we're in the dead of winter right now, and so everyone usually has that problem of having kind of those dry, chapped lips. So this lip mask is like a must-have to ensure that you're keeping your lips really hydrated.
All right.
All right.
Lip
What's
mask is
next?
on. Now we're going to move on to the face. So this is our iconic brush set in this beautiful rose gold bag.
Obsessed.
I'm going to open it up.
Love the color.
Yes. We're going to use all these brushes on Kayla today. As you can see, they have the rose gold metallic handles. We have 3 face brushes and 2 eye brushes. So a set to do a complete face.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys, this is a fantastic set, especially if you maybe haven't tried Sigma before. It gives you an option to really kind of dive into some of our best sellers and then kind of learn why Sigma brushes are truly the best quality in the world. We are known for synthetic, high-quality makeup brushes that don't provide any shedding or any breakage. They provide minimal product absorption, so you guys can really utilize a tiny bit of product and save not only your product, but money, you guys. Makeup is not cheap.
Yes, this is not cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it works for all types of products. So Danny's going to be using a liquid foundation on me today, but if you guys are more fans of powder or cream products, you guys can also use these brushes for those as well.
Yes. It works really well with foundation that is almost a little bit thicker or has full coverage, because you can really buff it out and make it look really seamless.
Absolutely. I'm a full coverage girl.
Yes,
for
same.
sure.
Danny,
So
I have
Oh, so sorry. For our audience, will you be demonstrating how to do a classic cat eye on Kayla later, possibly?
Oh, maybe I should.
I think you just convinced us. I don't think we really had a plan. We were just going to kind of do whatever our heart was desiring, and I think it desires a cat eye.
Okay.
We'll do it. Okay.
We'll do it. Okay, so I have a little bit of foundation just right on the tip of the F80. This is our flat top kabuki brush.
Obsessed.
Yes.
Recently won, well, I guess not recently. It's crazy. We
Yes,
win so many Allure
yes.
awards that I can't figure out what's when and what year. But
is
this
from 2016.
amazing.
Yes,
So yeah, the
2016.
Allure awards are really prestigious in the beauty industry. So it's
Yes.
really amazing that some of our brushes have won that amazing award.
Yes. All right. So I'm just going to start on Kayla's cheek area and almost just kind of stipple it in first.
Oh, I love when Danny does my makeup. She's so gentle. Puts me right to sleep. I'll see you
Yes.
guys in an hour.
I'll take it from here.
Perfect. So for those of you guys tuning in, you're tuning into Sigma Shopping Net, in-home shopping experience for all things Sigma. Our special guest, Miss Danny, our global makeup artist, is doing my makeup today, so I'm feeling extra special and pampered. So if you guys have any questions or anything, drop them in the chat. If you'd like to see certain products used, let us know, and we'd be happy to show you guys.
All right, and then I'm just doing little circular buffing motions to really smooth in that foundation, making sure I get along her jawline and by her ears. Just make sure everything's nice and blended.
Feels so nice. And she's using the F80 Flat Kabuki that comes within the iconic brush set, which has that matching beauty bag and 4 other brushes as well.
All right, Kayla, do you want to face that way a little
Yes,
bit so you can kind of see the coverage over on
Oh, I
this
was like,
side?
yes, I'll look this way.
Look how beautiful that is. Her face looks completely airbrushed.
Versus the
High def, I mean,
yes.
Yes, you can't see any brush strokes at all. Just so smooth.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it feels so nice. They're
Yes.
very comfortable synthetic bristles. I mean, I know like back in the day when synthetic used to be, came into the beauty industry, they used to be really like hard and felt like plastic. They were very uncomfortable to
Yes.
utilize and apply. And these synthetic, like we've mastered that technology, and it truly like you can just feel the quality when someone's applying your makeup.
Yes. Yes, they're extremely soft. And like Kayla said, minimal product absorption. You only need the smallest amount. You're not going to waste product.
So you are stippling, like you said. Do you recommend doing that instead of like stroking or like rubbing it against the skin with foundation to make it look the best as it can be?
Great question.
That is a great question. Yes, I love to kind of stipple and kind of buff and like almost pounce it. You don't want to swipe because you're going to move that foundation around. And that's not what you want to do. You really want your foundation to stay where you put it.
I feel like it really like adheres to the skin as well.
Yes.
When you do that kind of stippling packing motion, it
Yep.
kind of allows you to really get that foundation locked and set in, which I love too because I'm somebody who has large pores, especially like under my chin, so it's a good way for me to cover up, some of those imperfections and things like that too.
Definitely.
So for those of you guys just tuning in, you're tuning in to another episode of SSN Sigma Shopping Net. I'm your host, Kayla. We have a special guest, Miss Danny, here, who's our global makeup artist, doing a full face tutorial today. You guys can take home any of these products for 30% off. Either add them to your cart at checkout, otherwise use the code KaylaShopping on Sigma Beauty's website to get that 30% off. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the chat. If you guys want to see certain tips or tricks or any demos done, let us know and we'd be happy to show you guys. This is all about learning.
All right, so foundation is pretty much on. I kind of like to leave around the eyes kind of bare. If you have foundation and you're putting concealer on top, it can get, the more layers you put around your eye, you have a chance of it creasing and just being a little bit more heavier. So kind of like to just leave that area a little bit bare and leave that for concealer.
Love that. And I don't think we mentioned prices yet. So for the iconic brush set that comes with the F80, the brush that Danny was just using for foundation application, the 3 eye brushes, maybe let's just show them.
Yes.
3 eye brushes, 2 face brushes, including that iconic F80 that she was just using, plus, here, I can grab that for you. The matching beauty bag comes to
$62.30.
$62, you guys! 30% off. You can take this home for literally $62. Comes with 5 synthetic brushes, a matching beauty bag, and also includes our 2-year warranty. So if you guys have any issues with any of the brushes, which you won't, but of course we have to offer it, that just allows you to stand by your purchase of Sigma Beauty product.
Great.
All right, what's next?
All right, then we're going to do some concealer.
Amazing. Girls got bags. You need to hide them.
Same. So this is another Allure Award winner. This is our F34 Soft Blend Concealer Brush.
Obsessed. It's got a really nice tapered point.
Yep.
Allows you to get kind of into that inner corner of the eye, which Danny will show you.
Yes.
Very dense too.
It is very dense, which is nice if you're covering up some like blemishes as well.
Yep.
Kind of pat on that concealer so you're not moving around anything underneath. Really, really great brush.
Absolutely love it. Yep.
So I just put a little bit of concealer just right on the tip of the brush there.
And remember, a little goes a long way. You guys do not need to use a lot of product. And of course, that allows you to save money too, since you don't have to buy your cosmetics as frequently.
Exactly. So what I like to do is just kind of apply it on each eye, and then I'll go in and just start blending it. Again, with those little patting motions. And I'm getting as close as I can right up to the lash line. I know it's not always the most comfortable.
Trying to do it without my eyes watering. Every time I'm looking up into the light, it's like,
yes, it's very bright. But especially if you have some redness around your eyes, really going up to that lower lash line and trying to get as close as you can to your lashes is really going to help camouflage that redness.
and of course, because of the way that brush is shaped too, it allows you to be able to get under that eye area so effortlessly.
Yes.
Yeah. And she was using a liquid concealer.
Yes.
So again, these synthetic brushes work really well for liquid products, but because they're synthetic, they are designed to be used for liquid, or cream or powder too. So just depending on what your daily routine is, these brushes should enhance what you're already doing at home.
And then just to show you how it can cover up a blemish, I have just a very, very small amount on this brush, and you can just kind of tap that right in over the blemish.
I even get sometimes a little redness like around the nose, like during
Yes,
allergy
around the
season and
nose.
stuff. And
Yep.
so sometimes I'll even take my concealer brush and kind of cover up some of those red areas too.
Yes. And then what I like to do is actually go back in with your foundation brush and just kind of go over it, just to make sure everything is nice and even and all one tone.
Love that.
Ooh, Kayla, someone just gave you a tip. If you hold your tongue to the roof of your mouth, it'll help your eyes not to water.
You need to
If
try
you wanna
that.
try that.
Guys, wow! I need to do this more often. I'm learning lots of hot
Learning
tips.
from our
Thank you.
consumers now.
Okay, so I just have to press my tongue up to the roof of my mouth.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to
Right.
test it out next time she does something with my eyes. Thank you.
Shout out to Natalie. Thank you.
Hey, Natalie, thanks, girl.
Thanks, Natalie. I'm going to try that too.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so then I have just a little bit of loose powder that I'm just going to take right with the F64, and we're going to use that to just set underneath the eyes. So make
Sandy,
sure-
sorry, Danny, what's the price point on this F64 with the 30%?
Yes, so $15.40 is the price you're looking at.
You guys, less than $16, you guys can take home the F64 concealer brush. Oh, I need to try the trick. It doesn't really work when you're talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys can't beat this, and especially if you guys are brand new to the Sigma game, want to try out our amazing brushes for the first time, go ahead and just pick up one. You guys will see the quality. You'll feel the quality, and it will definitely get you hooked for more.
Okay.
Danny's setting up over here. She's got a whole game plan over here. So for those of you guys tuning in, you're tuning into SSN Sigma Shopping Net. Miss Danny is doing a full face tutorial today, and we're kind of giving you guys some hot tips and tricks when doing a full face routine.
Okay, so the next brush from the iconic brush set I'm going to take is the F37 Spotlight Duster.
Love,
One of my
love.
favorite brushes. So I'm going to use this to do a light application of that translucent powder just over Kayla's face. Just very, very light. Not much at all is needed.
This is a great hot tip for my friends that have more oily skin as well. It really helps your makeup kind of set and prevent some of that oil shining through.
Yes.
I'm strange. I have combo skin. I feel like I'm like
So do I.
oily here
Yes.
and just desert right
Yep.
at the chin level.
Yep. So am I. Just going to go back with a little bit of concealer just around the nose area.
Oh, redness likes to shine through.
Yes. All
If you guys do have any questions or comments or tips, go ahead and leave them in the chat. We're so happy to hear from you guys as we're working on this full face tutorial today. And again, you guys can take home any of these Sigma products that you guys see today for 30% off, just as an exclusive discount for watching today's show. Plus, for the month of February, and also because you guys are tuning in today's special show, we'll also include a free mini liquid lipstick in the shade Venom, which is like a true red shade, in your order as well. You can't beat that. Liquid lipstick and a discount.
Yes.
Hello! Pick up Sigma today.
Alright, so next I'm going to go in with our Sculpt Palette.
Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed.
So this is our highlight and contour palette, and when you open it up, you get 6 pans in here, and they're such a great size. I mean, they're big pans.
Yes.
So you have your highlighters on the top row, and then your bronzers / contours on the bottom row.
Yeah.
This is great for any skin tone.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was like, skin tone, we got to talk about that. My favorite part about these palettes is the fact that these different shades you can mix and match to truly pick a hue that works well for your skin tone. So Danny and I actually were talking about this palette earlier, and her and I use Faking It and Throw Shade, and we kind of do a little bit of a combo there for our fairer skin. But for my deeper skin tone friends, like this hollow shade is absolutely stunning, and if you want to warm it up a little bit, add a little Throw Shade in there, and you can create your own kind of custom match.
Yeah. So to be applying that, I'm going to use the F37 Soft Angled Contour Brush.
This is
a
amazing.
very unique brush. It's very dense, and it has a nice angle to it, so it makes it really easy to get a nice contour on your face.
Absolutely. Now, when you're doing contour for the first time, Danny, tell our friends like kind of how you would start. Like, where on the face do you normally start the process?
So I do, once you have your product, really tap it off.
Yeah, that was a mistake I learned the first time.
Yes.
I got real excited and just, get that product in there, and then I had way too much on my face. So, yeah, I get that. Little goes a long way.
Yes. So you can usually tell if you go directly down from like the top of your ear.
Okay.
That's kind of like where your natural hollow of the cheek is. And when you kind of press it, you can almost feel that.
You can feel the ridge.
Yep. And that's where you want to apply your contour.
And that's why this brush is so amazing, you guys, because it really allows you to get that product placement exact.
Yes.
And it's got that nice curvature to it to adhere to the curve of your cheekbone. So it's really just a fantastic brush.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of sweeping it. And you can totally use sweeping motion since the foundation is set, we set it with powder.
Sure.
It's not going to move. So definitely if you want to sweep it, you can. I still like to kind of pounce it just to make sure everything is nice and blended, but as you can see, we have a little bit of a natural contour there. That looks amazing.
Oh, stop it, girl. All you. All you. So again, she's using the F37, one of our it's most popular for contour, but it is a very unique shape. So it's one of those brushes that you really got to trust the process. You got to trust that you're going to be able to find your contour area because of the way that that brush is shaped.
Yes. All right. Well, let's do this side.
All right.
So again, just kind of starting by the top of her ear. Just kind of pushing right into her cheekbone, right underneath her cheekbone there.
It's not a very large area. I feel like that's also a myth too. I feel like a lot of people when they learn contour for the first time, they want to like create a line. You know what I mean?
They
Like
really want to drag it down and like just do too much.
Right.
And that really like almost kind of distorts your face. Like you really just want to enhance your natural cheeks.
Right.
And if you pull it down too far, it's going to drag your face down.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of almost look dirty.
Yep.
Like it says
It can look a little, it can look a little muddy. And that's the point of doing a contour. You want something that's a little bit more neutral or more cool that almost mimics a shadow.
Right, right. Yay! We're getting beautiful.
And then I have just a little bit more. I added a little bit more of the Throw Shade, which is a warmer tone.
Sure.
And I like to do a little bit of the warmer tone just kind of on the forehead and like around the nose, just where the sun would naturally give you a sun-kissed look.
I love that. And then you guys can take home this Sculpt Palette. Isn't it like 34, I think, with the 30%?
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, that's
30.
amazing. So you guys can pick up that Sculpt Palette and highlight and contour palette, 3 shades of highlighter, 3 shades of contour for literally less than $35 using that code Kayla Shopping. Or on Amazon, just add it to your cart and you will get the discount automatically applied.
Yes.
You cannot beat that.
Especially for you're getting 6 different shades to
Right.
play around with, you know?
Right. And you mentioned the large pans. I mean, the
Yes.
fact that there's so much product in these pans, this product will last you a really long time. And it even has a mirror, you guys, so it's amazing for travel. Put it in your travel bag when you're ready to go somewhere.
Yep.
It's a really nice
It's a nice
compact. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Love
All
it.
right. Then we're gonna go into some highlight with another Allure Award winner.
Now we've shown you 3, you guys, that have
Yes.
won the Allure Awards. We have the F80. Actually, do you mind if you grab them?
Yeah.
I can hold those too.
Perfect.
Perfect. So we had the F80, which won our very first Allure Award. And then we also had the F64.
And then the F03. Perfect.
Love it.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so this is the F03 High Cheekbone Highlighter Brush. So I'm going to dip into a little bit of Shine On.
Love, love, love that shade. It's like
Yes.
a gold, like champagne shimmer.
So pretty. Our powders are super pigmented, so
They
use a
really
light
are.
hand, tap
Yes.
off your excess.
You guys will instantly see too, like
Yes.
that color payoff. And the point of highlighter is really just to brighten up and enhance your facial features. So
Yeah.
you can already see like it's just this beautiful glow.
Yep.
And she didn't use a lot of product, you guys. Also included within that Sculpt Highlight and Contour Palette.
Yes.
There's a lot of fun places you can highlight too.
Definitely.
Do like tops of the cheekbone,
Yep.
nose bone.
Nose. I know a lot of people actually, even I do this on myself, I'll highlight a little bit above the tail of, or the arch of your brow.
Love that.
Yeah, it just kind of picks up a little bit and gives you a nice kind of sheen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I've told Kayla this before, but one of my favorite shades in here is Poppin'. We're going to come back to this.
I love that.
Kayla,
Yeah.
could you clarify, is the 30% off discount only applicable to the products listed on Amazon, or is it on everything on the website?
Correct. So they are only applicable to the products that are listed in the product carousel. If there's anything you see outside of Amazon, you can use the code Kayla Shopping at checkout on Sigma Beauty's website. So you can go ahead and get anything not featured on Amazon on Sigma. And then of course on Sigma's website is where you get the free mini liquid lip too. So hit it up.
All right, then we're going to go in with our blush and cheek palette. So this kind of goes hand in hand with our Sculpt palette.
Yes.
It has the 6 pans on the inside. And you have a beautiful mix of different shades, some
Yep.
warmer tones, cooler tones, some shimmers, some mattes. I mean, you have something for everybody.
Absolutely.
And just like the Sculpt palette, you can create your custom color.
And it'll last you a long time, you guys. These blush pans, I've had my blush palette for I think 2 years, and I
Yes.
haven't even hit the bottom of the pan on some of the shades. Like, it will last you a really long time, which is a great investment when you're first starting out with some Sigma color too.
Definitely.
Mhm.
So I'm going back in with the F37 Spotlight Duster because I love this for blush as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Danny actually used that earlier when she was applying some of that translucent powder.
Yes. Yep.
Yep. Multi-purpose.
Definitely. So I'm going to do a little mix. I think I'm going to do Pinkin and Tiger Lily. So Pinkin is like your classic pink blush that's matte, and then Tiger Lily is like a really pretty peachy tone with some
Love.
shimmer.
That's a hard shade to find too
Yes.
in the beauty industry, so I just love that it's part of this palette.
Yeah, so I like to mix those two. Tap it off. Face that way.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go right in between that contour shade and the highlight. We'll do a nice wash of color.
Kind of buffs and blends everything together.
Yes, definitely.
Kayla, for those who do want to check out our Sigma Beauty website with your code, how do you spell it?
Yeah, so Kayla Shopping is Kayla Shopping. And then also after this live is featured, we will put it on Facebook and YouTube, and we will also include the code in the caption. So stay tuned when we post again if you're unsure on the spelling. But yeah, 30% off. You guys can't beat that.
All right, and then the other cheek. This brush is so great because it has some nice give to it. As you can see, I kind of wiggle it and it wiggles. So it's not super dense. So it's really beautiful for just kind of dispersing that color and just giving a nice wash of color.
Those lesser dense brushes too are really great for powder products because they diffuse the coverage so naturally. So
Yes.
something like blush, where it's very easy to get a heavy hand, especially if you're maybe a beginner in blush, it's very easy to want just that color on there.
Yep.
So using those fluffy brushes allows you to really diffuse that powder and that pigment.
Yes. And if you feel like you added a little bit too much blush, but sometimes I get a little heavy-handed.
You get
I'll
too
go-
excited?
Yes. I'll go back in with my foundation brush and just kind of dab over. And that kind of just tones it down. little trick.
Yeah, the more blending you guys do, and I mean, that's what makeup is all about. The more, it's not going to be perfect when you first start out, so it's really important to have those right tools, like the synthetic brushes, to make sure you're creating a really flawless, even application.
Is the code limited, or is it for just today, or how long will it be
Valid
for?
through the rest of the month.
Ooh.
So, but I would suggest quantities are limited, so I would suggest picking it up as soon as possible just to ensure the product you're looking for is still in stock.
And like you said, it's going to be posted on our official Sigma Beauty accounts.
Yeah, so follow us, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We'll post our YouTube channel as well. So definitely, yeah, check out our different platforms after this live on Amazon, and we will go ahead and get this posted so you guys can follow along to more adventures with Sigma shopping
And
next.
it's a simple search as Sigma Beauty, correct?
Simple search, Sigma Beauty, yes.
Thank you.
All right, and then as far as price point, it is the same as the Sculpt, so with the 30% off, it's $34.
You guys, $34. Use my code KaylaShopping at checkout on the Sigma Beauty website. If you guys are shopping through Amazon, just click on the products that are already featured in the carousel and it will automatically apply that discount at checkout. So hit it up.
All right, well, I think we're done with the face for now, so let's move on to eyes.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna prep Kayla's eyes with our eyeshadow base primer and the shade Persuade.
It's one of my favorite products that we have.
Yes.
It's amazing. Our eyeshadow base primers are basically designed to lock in your color for an all-day wear. You can wear them by themselves, so sometimes, you know, if I'm not feeling like doing a full face look or I'm running out of time, you guys all know what I'm talking about. It's nice to be able to just kind of draw that on, blend and buff it in, and then you have kind of a natural look. But we're going to use it underneath eyeshadow to really enhance the color payoff and avoid creasing.
Yes. All right, so just have you close your eyes.
Okay.
And I love this shade because it almost has a peachy base, so it really helps neutralize that any discoloration on your lid. As you can see, it just is covering up any redness, or if you have some blue tones.
So Danny, when you're applying the primer, do you only apply from like the base of the lid to the crease and then you just buff and blend from there?
Yep,
Okay.
I kind of concentrated on the entire lid. You don't want to really pull it up to the brow because it'll just be too much.
Sure.
You can really blend it out and cover up your whole area. So once I kind of have that on the lid, I'm just going to take my finger and blend that out. And as you can see, I'm almost kind of pushing that up towards her brow too. So I'm getting that whole area nice and covered.
I know you mentioned too, like, we're always very against like doing any finger type application because we have so many amazing brushes and
Yes.
they work. The bacteria transfer and stuff is so much better than using your fingers. But
Yep.
in this case, you'd want to actually use your finger because you want to warm up that product.
Yes.
You had mentioned like something about locking in those shadows even more so when the product is warmed up.
Warmed up, yep. It kind of has that nice kind of tackiness to it. And then when you warm it up too, it almost kind of thins everything out so you don't have any excess product because that can lead to patchiness or creasing.
Sure.
So really just warming that product up, thinning it out, just making sure it's nice and even for your eyeshadow application.
Love that. So again, that's our eyeshadow base primer in the shade Persuade, but we do offer 6 different individual shades on our through our brand store. So go ahead and check them out. This one is really good for just neutralizing the pigments before you start, kind of almost as like a blank canvas. But we do have some really amazing shades that actually offer a little bit more color. So if you wanted to just have a sheen like shimmer or a little bit of a darker shade, you could wear those alone.
Yep. And then I just have a little bit of that translucent powder here on my F37 brush. And I'm just going to set that very lightly, just so none of since I'm going to do a little bit more of kind of a heavier eye or more dramatic eye, I don't want any patchiness, so I really want to make sure that's set so then those shadows don't grab in certain areas, so everything is nice and even.
And notice she's actually using the F37 from the iconic brush set again. So our brushes are really versatile, you guys. You don't have to use them just for highlighter or for blush. You can really use them as multi-purpose tools.
Definitely. Yep. We always make suggestions on how to use them.
Of course, especially if you're beginning to, because
Yes.
sometimes it can be daunting and overwhelming. And yeah, absolutely. Yep.
All right, so for eyes, we're going to use our Warm Neutrals palette.
I am obsessed. If
Yes.
there's one product you guys need to pick up, it is this palette. Our Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette features 14 shades, very versatile shades of a mix of like matte, shimmer, metallic finishes, and it also includes a dual-ended brush, you guys. So you guys can pick up this whole palette, originally $49, but with my discount, it is, Sandy?
$34.30.
Heyo, $34! You guys can take home this 14-shade eyeshadow palette, includes a travel mirror, plus 2 brushes. I mean, you can't beat that.
Yes.
Amazing.
So we have our dual-ended brush here. We have our E54 and our E38. So you can do your complete eye with this.
Yeah.
You can pack on your color and you can blend it out.
And Danny will show you how to do that.
I will. All right. So I think for the first color, I'm going to go in with Passion Fruit.
Oh, love me some passion fruit.
Yes. So this is a matte kind of light pink shade, and I'm going to go right in with my E38 diffused crease brush.
Love that.
And kind of get some color in your crease.
Love that. Yeah, this brush is really nice because it's, for our fans of the E40 tapered blending, it's a little bit shorter and a little bit denser, so it's really great for precision with blending.
Yes. I'm just going to go right in to Kayla's crease area, and I'll start gently buffing that out into her crease. I do love the E40, and I've always been a fan, but I don't know, E30 has kind of taken my heart. I just love the E38.
Yeah, so do I. And I really think for me, it's about that exact product placement.
Yes.
The E40 tapered blending is really great when you're kind of just finishing your overall look and you want to buff and blend, but
Definitely.
this is so precise along the crease, doing kind of those really smooth windshield wiper actions, and it just applies color so effortlessly.
It really does. So just placing that right into the crease.
And remember, you guys, a little product goes a long way. With these being synthetic versatiles, you really don't need a lot of product.
Yes, I'm doing very light layers. We can always build it up. It's easier to build up than to take away.
Absolutely.
Just building up the crease area. And I'm just applying this as almost like a transition shade, just to help any darker shades I apply just blend out a little bit easier.
So soft.
Yes.
This is the part that kind of makes me want to go take a small nap. So for those of you guys just tuning in, you're tuning into Sigma Shopping Net. All things Sigma is what we talk about here. So we have Danny, our global makeup artist, who's doing a wonderful full face tutorial on me. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. Miss Sandy, who's managing our chat, will let us know if you guys have anything you want answered. And of course, as always, a special thank you for watching the show. You get an exclusive 30% discount. Go ahead, if you're on Amazon, add those products to your cart. The discount will automatically be applied.
All right. Next up, I'm going to take the E54 side and go into beading.
Oh, I love beading.
Yes, this is like a metallic, shimmery shade.
Yes,
And it's like pink, but it has a little bit of gold in it. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know, it's so beautiful.
I completely agree.
Oh, close your eyes.
So
And
what brush are you using now, Danny?
this is the E54. So this is from the palette itself. It's part of the dual-ended brush. And with these metallic shades, you really want to press it on the lid first and make sure it grabs, because they are so creamy and pigmented. You almost want to mimic your finger. Really press it on there. Something there.
Yeah, so that E54 medium sweeper, it has kind of a flat interface to it with a flat ferrule.
Yes.
If you kind of show them, yep, the side view here, whereas like the E38's a little bit more rounded.
Mm-hmm.
That allows you to really pack on that color really nicely, and again,
Yes.
with exact product placement.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. As you can see, it has a beautiful kind of metallic sheen to it. It's just so gorgeous on the eye.
Yay! So we've done passion fruit in the crease
Passion
from the
fruit.
Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette.
Yep.
And then she went in with Beaming, which is one of those really nice metallic sheen pink shades
Yes.
on the lid.
Yes. And And if you have any fallout, just take a fluffy brush and we're just going to sweep it away.
And that's pretty common when you have a little bit more of a metallic shade because it's got more of a hue to it. So fallout can be more common.
Yes. And I always say, like, fallout isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Sure.
It's only bad if your shadow's not sticking to your lid.
Totally. Or when you try to remove it and you go like this and you've got a nice line of fallout.
Yes. And then just going back in with that E38, just do a little blend. Make sure everything looks good.
And again, she's using all shades from the Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette, which is a 14-piece palette, and it does include this dual-ended brush too.
Yes.
And you guys can pick that up today for less than $35 for the entire palette plus the double-ended brush.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Such a steal, yeah. Love that. So I'm just kind of burning it up just slightly right into that passion fruit. Just so I get a little bit of shimmer. She kind of opens her eyes and it picks up just right above her eyes there. It's very subtle,
Yeah.
but I love it.
I love that, yes. Very subtle.
All right. Now,
What's next,
again.
Danny? I'm excited.
So, the dual-ended brush that comes in the Warm Neutrals is actually the same as the ones that come in the Iconic
Oh,
brush
that's
set.
right. That's
Yes.
right.
Yep. So we have the E54 and then the E38.
So depending on what you're looking for, with the Iconic brush set, it comes with that matching beauty bag and 3 other brushes. But if you guys are looking for maybe just to start out with Sigma or try the Warm Neutrals palette, yep, that's the Iconic brush set. The Warm Neutrals palette has that dual-ended brush, so you can try not only our Sigma brushes, which is what our company became known for, but also our Sigma color as well.
Yes. So I'm going to go in with that E38. So this is the one that doesn't have any product on it.
Okay.
And I just like to just buff around the edges and make sure everything is nice and blended. Sometimes when you're doing your shadow, when you're doing all that blending, it can kind of, move up towards your brow. So you can just blend that right out.
Blending is key, you guys. It's your makeup. A lot of times, your look won't start off just flawless like you expect it to. So it's all about having the right tools, having those synthetic brushes, and making sure you have tools that buff and blend, so you can kind of remove all the harsh lines and things like that.
Yes.
Create softness.
Yes. Okay. So then I'm gonna go in with Amaranth.
I like it.
A54. Yes. And I'm just going to apply just a little bit of this on Kayla's lower lash line. Just for a little
Amazing.
pop of color.
I love that.
Have you look straight up.
I gotta use my tongue trick.
Yep. Give it a shot.
I feel like everyone can tell that I'm pressing my tongue up to them like. I was told earlier today that if you press your tongue up against the roof of your mouth, your eyes won't water, and I'm the queen of watery eyes, so I'm gonna try it.
I'm just getting as close as I can. Those lashes there. Again, this is another very metallic, heavily pigmented shade, so you might have some fallout, but that's okay. It just sweeps right away.
Using a light coverage brush is really what'll make it work for that or for any fallout or anything, because then you won't have those lines that we talked about where if you try to sweep away, you get some of that color payoff on the bottom.
Yes. And then going back in with that fluffy brush, I just kind of like to just blend that out just a little bit, just to soften that.
And there we are.
All right.
Yay!
Eyeliner.
Yeah, so
You
we
ready?
had a very special request at the beginning of the show to do a cat eye look. I'm not even sure I know what that means, so thank goodness Danny's here to tell us all about it and how to do it.
Okay. So this is our liquid pen liner in
Yes.
Wicked. So it is
Obsessed.
a very, very black formula, and it dries down almost to like a satin matte finish. So it's not
Yes.
completely matte eye, but it's really beautiful. And it's ultra black. It'll last you a complete day.
I love it.
So
I
cool.
love it. The felt point at the tip there for application is so fine that it allows you to get a really nice thin coverage of your eyeliner
Yes.
without, with precision really, which is really important with liner because it can get very thick very easily.
Yes. Okay.
So,
my way in very, very close to the lash line as possible and very thin as you can get it. To concentrate, so I might not be
No, it's
talking that
totally
much.
fine. I know. Sandy, do you want to run through? I know, and I'm like scared to move. I'm like, nope, she's got it. We gotta be still. Sandy, do you want to run through some of the 30% off prices for the Warm Neutrals palette? Some of the stuff we've done on the eyes.
Yeah, so we just did the eyeshadow base primer and Persuade and available in other shades for $14 with 30% discount. Danny went through the eyes for Kayla with the Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette, which comes to $34.30. And right now she's using our liquid pen eyeliner in Wicked for $13.30 with 30% off, available now on Amazon. But you could also go to our Sigma website and use Kayla Shopping for 30% off at checkout.
I need Sandy to just be with me all the time. Check out her. No. She's writing all my script content for here. Little does she know.
I hope they heard that from here, but yeah.
So what we're doing right now is Danny's working on using our liquid pen eyeliner in the shade Wicked. She's going to be working on a cat eye demo, as we had a request earlier in the show. Her and I have issues. Her and I have a hard time talking when she's applying. Period. Her and I have it's tough to talk and make sure you're focusing at the same time.
Yes.
So we might be a little quiet here, but it's all for exact precision.
Okay, so I have kind of the line across Kayla's eyes, and then I'm gonna go work on the cat eye portion of it.
Love
so the
Now we really can't talk.
I'm so flustered. The outer corner of the eye.
Awesome. Yeah, so normally like my daily routine, I
Yes.
would do like what you just did now.
Okay.
So it would just be like a thin line.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. But yeah, we're going for a little bit fancy here. So
Yeah. All right. So let's start off with this eye first. And I mean, everyone's eye shape is different. Of course, doing it on yourself is going to be completely different than somebody else. So you really have to do what works for your eye shape. So I'm kind of just taking down like where the outer edge of Kayla's eye is, and typically you just want to line that up with the tail of your brow, and just kind of draw a little line, and just drag that right down to the base of the lash. And I mean, depending on how thick you want your wing to be, is if you drag it out more, it's going to be, more dramatic and more thick, but we're just going to do a little guy here. And I'm just going to take it and just drag it right down. And just kind of smooth it right back.
So Danny, when I have done a cat eye in the past, one of the things that I've struggled with is I always think it looks great, and then I look in the mirror and I feel like my cat eye looks sad. Like it drooped a little bit.
Sure.
So how do you prevent that? Is that from you like lifting up the eyelid a little bit, or
It's almost like, it can almost be if you're not taking it out far enough,
sure,
or if you're taking it out too far. I mean, you really have to
I
play
probably have
around.
both of those issues.
Yes. You kind of have to play around with the placement of your eye, and as you're doing it, kind of like do a little bit, step back, look in the mirror,
Sure.
add a little bit more, look in the mirror, and see how everything's looking. But I like to generally do a little bit of a thinner line, because otherwise, if you kind of look up and it kind of is hidden.
Sure,
So keeping
sure.
it like as thin as you can, and then that way it's not covering up like a bunch of the shadows. It's really
Sure. It's like subtle but gives you definition.
yes.
Yes, love that.
All right.
So she did this eye already.
Yes, we just did
And
a
then
little guy.
you can see like just the difference between something with a cat eye, which has a little bit more definition, and then this one here, which would be just kind of, I would say, your traditional,
Yes.
line, the lash line.
Yep.
And all is done with the liquid pen Wicked liner, which you guys it's an amazing formula. It's vegan, it's cruelty free, it's clean. I mean, you can't beat it, and I think the price Sandy you mentioned was less than $14.
Correct, $13.30.
Yeah, that's amazing. You guys can pick up this eyeliner pen for $13 using the code at checkout, which will automatically be applied in your Amazon cart.
Yes. All right. And let's get the other eye. So same thing, kind of angling it towards the tail of her brow. And one of the keys is having an anchor. So like my pinky is my anchor, and that's really what's going to hold my hand still and prevent any kind of like shakiness.
Well, that's a great tip.
Yes. Let's see.
Can I help
Let's
it?
see. Yeah.
Yeah! I love it. Oh man, for you guys of you just tuning in, we're having loads of fun here. My name is Kayla, the host of Sigma Shopping Net, and I have a special guest here, Danny, who is our global makeup artist who's pampering me today, which I'm having a blast with. We're talking about all things Sigma, so if you guys have any questions or comments in the chat, feel free to drop them below and we will go ahead and make sure to acknowledge them.
All right. So we're going to put on a little bit of mascara before we do our falsies.
Love it.
So this is Insinuocity Lash, and this is the same price as the liner, so under 14.
Yes, that's amazing.
As you can see, it has a nice little curve here.
Yep.
So it's great for defining the curl in your lashes.
Absolutely, and it has like teeny tiny little bristles also within it, which is kind of tough to see, but it really allows you to coat like every millimeter of the lash.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know
Get in
how close
there,
we can
Dan.
get. Dan is looking
There
good.
you go.
Hey-o.
Wow.
But yeah, so it's really made to get like every area of your lash line, which is really great.
Okay, so let's put on a little coat of this. I just
Okay.
like adding this. Have you look down for me? Just like having a little layer of mascara, just something for the lashes to kind of sit on. You're pretty good.
I'm trying to be so still.
No, you're good. You're doing great.
I really wish Danny could just be in my back pocket every morning I get ready.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice? Everyone would have a Danny in the world. So she's using, again, that Insinuocity Lash Mascara. It's an amazing formula. It's smudge resistant, water resistant. Honestly, I would say, like 13, 12-hour wear. Like, it really, once I just
Yeah.
have it on, it's not going anywhere, which is really great.
Yes.
But yeah, it's also made, again, to coat the lashes every millimeter, you know, so it's got that curvature to it, which allows you to get to that lower base and kind of sweep everything
Yes.
upward.
And I'll add a little bit on the bottom once the top kind of dries, but
Amazing.
I'm gonna get some
Yeah,
lash
get
glue
prepared.
going.
No.
So, hand it over to you.
All right, I guess you get to hear me talk. Lucky ducks. All right, well, for those of you guys just tuning in, we are currently watching SSN, which is our Sigma Shopping Net channel. Miss Danny is doing a full face tutorial today, so as you can see, we've done everything from foundation to contour to blush, and now she's created an amazing eye look with using the Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette. It comes with 14 stunning shades. I am absolutely obsessed with this palette. It comes with a travel mirror, and then which is on the back, but I know Dan, oh wait, now I just dropped the brush. Oh, I'm really winning right now today. So I was gonna say, here you guys can see the cameraman. Almost. Oh, there he is. Mr. Dan the man. And then of course I dropped the brush, which, thank you so much, Danny. I'm just full of issues today. Okay, again, 14 shade palette, plus the dual-ended brush that I dropped. It's amazing. Honestly, like the formulas, they're so clean, they're vegan, they're cruelty-free, but then also on top of it, the fact that they are like really pigmented, you guys. So the fact that you can just do 1, 2, 3 swipes of a product, that's all you need, this palette will last you a really, really long time. Talking about the dual-ended brush really quick, it comes with a shader, which is the E54 medium sweeper, and then you do also have the E38, which is a blending brush. They're both made with our amazing technology. They are waterproof. The ferrules, the silver part, is actually screwed into place, meaning you'll no longer have a loose, wobbly ferrule. It really will be indestructible and last you such a long time. And there's a 2-year warranty on all their brushes. So you guys can really have confidence and stand behind Sigma product while you shop.
All right.
And Danny's ready for me. Thank you. I feel like that was an infomercial.
Now back to the show.
And now back to the show.
Okay, so Insinuocity.
Amazing.
Now that Kayla's lashes have dried, we're just going to add a little coat of Insinuocity on the bottom. Just a little bit.
Add more definition to the eye.
Yes.
That's really all about what makeup is all about. Just adding definition and enhancing what you already got.
Oops. There goes something.
That's all right. I've dropped my fair share during this show. Yep.
And just kind of clean it up underneath the eye too.
Amazing. So Danny's already done a full eye look on me. She also used our Wicked eyeliner pen to create a beautiful cat eye. And now we are going to apply some false eyelashes just to kind of give a little bit more drama to the look.
Yes, we have to.
Of course.
Have you look down for me?
This is the part that I feel really spoiled.
Yes. So I'm just popping on these lashes. As Kayla was talking, the lash glue was drying a little bit and getting tacky. And that just helps just adhering a little bit better when you have your lash glue dry just a little bit beforehand.
Sure. So as she's doing this, I'm actually staring right at Danny's shirt, and I just have to say, it's Dalmatian spotted.
I know.
I have two Dalmatian puppies at home, and her shirt is making me want one. Gotta rep the spots.
Yes, I know. I think of you.
Oh,
I wear this shirt.
Slightly dog obsessed, but that's all right.
Lashes are on.
And it was that easy, you guys. She
Yeah.
just let that glue dry a little bit. She had the full eye look done. She had already done mascara, the eyeliner, the primer, the using the 14 shade eyeshadow palette. So truly, like, that's the last step, really, to create that full fun eye look.
Yep. And it's really nice if you have that layer of eyeliner underneath it. It almost like the lashes adhere a little bit better when you have that liquid liner.
Sure.
Or even like a gel liner or a pencil liner. Just something for that glue to stick onto.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
really adheres a lot better.
I love that. Same as
Okay.
primer.
Yep, exactly. All right, on to lips. So this is our liquid lipstick in the shade Cor de Rosa.
Obsessed. So for those of you guys who don't know, Cor de Rosa is like an iconic shade for our company. When we first launched color, we launched a shade called Cor de Rosa, and it became an instant fan favorite. So we've really kind of created now a new line around that shade Cor de Rosa because it was so popular. So
Yes.
we have it in what Danny's going to show you. That's actually in one of our blush shades, that original shade.
Yep.
And then, of course, the liquid lipstick is now in the shade Cor de Rosa too, because why not?
Yep, exactly.
It's a beautiful color. It's like a very peachy, well, not even peach, like a pink mauve.
Yes, it's
shade.
really beautiful.
Yeah, I love it.
So this is the liquid lipstick. And I love our liquid lipsticks because they kind of dry down to a satin matte. So they're not completely matte. They have a little bit of slip to it. So they don't feel dry on your lips. There's still some hydration there, but they're really long wearing. It's a really unique formula.
Mm-hmm. Trying to do that while not talking.
Yes.
That's hard for me. I'm a talker.
And you can get really precise with this applicator. It's great for defining your lip line
Oh, yeah.
because it comes to like a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really great applicator.
And you guys, with these liquid lipsticks, you really don't need a lip liner.
right.
I mean,
yeah.
it's made to do like a one-stop shop, one swipe is all you need. So just line those lips with that liquid lipstick, fill it in, and
Yep.
you guys can eliminate doing one step, which is awesome. I'm all about that.
Exactly.
Making things easy.
And then we're gonna finish it off with our lip gloss in the shade Lilac
Danny's
Lime.
favorite.
My
I learned that on
favorite.
Monday.
Yep, it is my favorite. You guys, you have to get these lip glosses. They are so
Oh,
moisturizing.
they are amazing.
And just look so pretty on your lips. Like not sticky. They're so
No.
comfortable.
Yep.
Love them.
I'm disagreeing. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, yes, totally. No, she's absolutely accurate though. These lip glosses are amazing. They come in a bunch of different shades, but this one happens to be Danny's favorite.
It is. All right, so we're just gonna apply just a little bit over. You guys, these are Kayla's products. Otherwise, I would not be using the applicator.
Yes,
I feel
great
like
call out.
I have to make that disclaimer. We're all about sanitation here.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Right.
very like not sticky at all. Like I can really blend my lips together, and I don't feel like any pull or any stick or anything like
Yes.
that.
I forgot a step.
What?
I forgot to go back to Poppin'.
Oh no!
Okay, well, we're gonna finish off with Poppin'.
We must.
All right, so Poppin' is the shade here that's in our Sculpt Palette, and it's a beautiful shimmery rose gold shade.
Obsessed.
And I love to apply a little bit as if cheek topper.
I love that.
Cheek.
Give
You
it
gotta
just a
say it
little
like
bit
that.
more of a glow. And then for you guys just tuning in, you guys can actually get 30% off on these products. If you're shopping Amazon, go ahead and just add them to your cart and the discount will automatically apply. And if you're on Sigma Beauty's website, use the code Kayla Shopping, Kayla Shopping, and you can get 30% off on our website as well.
So just going in with the F37 Spotlight Duster. Turn that way for
Yep.
me. I'm just gonna boop, right on the apples of the cheek. Just gives a beautiful glow and a little hint of rose gold.
I am obsessed. Where am I
Can you
going
tell the
tonight,
difference?
guys?
I know.
Where am I going? Probably nowhere, but that's all right. I'll feel fabulous doing it.
Zoom calls.
So, yeah, right?
At least your makeup will look good on Zoom.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And then I just kind of like to give an overall brush, make sure everything looks nice and cohesive.
That's all part of that blending process again.
Yes, definitely.
Just kind of finishing. So Danny did an entire eye look and face look. I hope you guys really enjoyed what we did today. If you have any last minute questions, please feel free to just drop them in the chat. Otherwise, you're watching again SSN Sigma Shopping Net. Pick up any of these products for 30% off, whether you're shopping Amazon or Sigma Beauty. If you are on Sigma's website, we will also include a free mini liquid lipstick in the shade Venom, which is this stunning like blood red shade. Anything else to add, Danny?
I think you nailed it.
Woohoo! All right, well, we will see you guys next time. Happy shopping.